Militant affection. Militant affection.
Hello everyone, welcome to Militant Affection, and if you're listening to this, you're probably fucking. Only people who fuck listen to Militant Affection, and if you aren't fucking, stop listening, you fuckless bastard. This podcast is brought to you by fucking. The more you fuck, the bigger your truck. Some people think you get a big car because you got a small dick, but I think you get a big car because you fuck. Alright? People gotta stop believing the hype that you drive a big vehicle just because you got a small peener. You got a little ass peener. Oh, look who's got a little ass peener. You know? Oh, look at this man driving a stretch plane. They're driving a stretch plane on the highway. Got a little ass peener. A penis so small only a doctor could see it. Experienced doctor, an experienced Jewish fucking doctor can see my peener because it's so small, alright? Small penis men and women, and they are important too, okay? So stop acting like penis size means anything. Chicks love all dicks. I've never met a bitch that didn't like a cock. I never met a bitch that didn't like a cock. Lesbian bitches, old bitches, young bitches, middle-aged bitches, firefighter bitches, war bitches. Speaking of war bitches, there's going to be a war, right? I read things. There's going to be a war in Iran with the U.S. U.S.-Iran war. I did zero research, but let me do a quick Google search to see what's going on here. U.S.-Iran war. Trump threatens Iranian cultural sites and warns of sanctions of Iraq. Uh-oh, Donald Trump, you're fucking shit up. And everybody's scared because a war is in the midst and we got our knickers all nicked. Notice I said knickers. No reason to remove audio there. Knickers is a perfectly fine statement to refer to your fucking pants, and you should never call another man, look at this knicker over there. This is not a good statement to call another man. That is an offensive statement to call another man. Now, I had a lot to talk about here. I'm coming in hot. All right, this is one thing. You know how there's like big brother, big sister? Get this, me and my buddy Mike, I'm only going to say his first name because he doesn't want to go in the cast. He's afraid he's going to lose his job. Whatever, Mike. We came up with this idea of big bitches, big britches. It's like big brother, big sister, right? But instead of like helping kids, it just gives big women pants. It's called big bitches, big britches. Big bitches, big britches. Here's some britches, here's your bitches. Big britches, big bitches. Alright, I got some points to make about the world right now. I used to always think that like neutering pets was bad, you know? Because it stops them from being able to come. It's like, because everyone loves a cum, right? Everyone's like, oh, we're going to come today. And we're making it so our pets can't come. But I learned that when you neuter your pets, I was talking to a couple about this, and they agreed they felt bad for the animals when you neuter them because they can't come. But I found out they can come after you neuter them. They just can't reproduce. Their jizz is weak, you know. Their pussies are weak after you neuter them. They can still come, but they can't reproduce, and then they were relieved. But I actually think that's worse, you know, because we're missing the point of life. I think we're putting worship around cum rather than like the reproduction. Like an animal, I mean, even though they probably don't think this deeply, like unconsciously would rather reproduce than cum, because I think that's one of the reasons we're here. We're here to extend our genes. The least important thing is coming. Coming is not important. And as a society, we're putting too much of an emphasis on coming or little fucking dicks and pussies and Is there a third genital? One day I think there'll be a third gen. I know hermaphrodites got a little bit of both. I know you can have a big ass clit or a fucking vagina ass dick. But we're very focused on coming. Like coming is like a sexual revolution where it's like, yeah, women are finally coming. But it's just like coming does nothing to help the world. It is unimportant and useless. And in fact, thigh shall not come, because thigh is self-indulgent and it hurts the world when you come. Actually, it hurts the world, especially when a lady comes. You know, when a lady comes, we're just like, what? This bitch is fucking coming, and you're like, yeah, this bitch is fucking coming. No. I mean, I don't entirely believe this, because I fucking, I jerk off more than a fucking bear with 2 raccoons on a fucking Wednesday, and whatever that means. And I've been fucking coming since a kid, and it's definitely important to come to relieve that urge to fuck, because we can't be reproducing all the time. But a true Zen master in life would never need to come unless they were reproducing. I would admire someone that would only ever came when they had a kid, I think there was a martial artist who lived this lifestyle. Because coming is just self-indulgent bullshit. Doesn't do anything to help you. I guess it relieves that part of your brain. But then on the flip side, if I argue against myself, there's really no point to anything, so fuck it. Might as well just come all you want, you fucking bastard. But then we try to stop people from doing drugs. We're like, don't do heroin, don't do crack, because you're wasting your life. But I mean, that's just like come in like a fucking drug form, You're just getting yourself off. And I guess you can still be productive in society even if you're jerking your dick every waking moment. And it's hard to be productive when you're on heroin. But I guess you can write some nice songs or some shit. We just don't like anything that keeps us productive or not productive in society, If like you can get away with coming in your work bathroom and still get your job done, that's cool. But you can't get away with like shooting up in your bathroom. It's probably hard to do your job high on heroin. We just chastise. I don't know if chastise is the word. Things that prevent us from being productive members of society. And I get it. I mean, a society only works if people are productive. But also, fuck it. Fuck everyone. Fuck everything. Fuck school. Fuck work. Fuck my parents. Fuck my friends. Fuck me. Fuck me. I'm holding chapstick for my chapped lips. I'm getting off topic here. Remember that time when they said chapstick wasn't good for chapped lips? There was like a whole article and everyone was like, oh, chapstick doesn't work. But they still sell it. It didn't stop chapstick. And I still use it. It still does something to my lips. It hasn't prevented me from chapping up like a Chapman, like a Tracy Chapman. You drive a fast car, drive so fast I killed a man. Oopsie daisy, he's dead. I fucked him up and then I squished his hand. I'm driving in my car. Drive so fast I hit a man with my car. She's got hit and I hurt him real bad. I feel bad that I hit a man with my car. I wish that I could have not hit that man with my car. There was a time where Jason Alexander of George Costanza fame hit a person with his car, and I did a little parody song like that. And I'm just remembering it now. But yeah, coming is a useless pursuit. We're just using each other to come. Come, my lady, come, my lady, you're a butterfly. Come, my lady, come on, a lady, fuck a lady, come, my lady. Yeah, I wrote down such wide topics for today. I wrote down sex, war, bitches. Yeah. Okay, I was thinking about PC comedy. I was thinking deeply about PC comedy. And, I think some of the best comedy, most people think is funny, and a select few people don't, and they get hurt by it. And people are trying to stop those select few people from getting hurt by comedy. But if you think about it, anything that's great hurts a select few bunch of people. Like, cell phones, arguably, are great. They've made a lot of things easy. But, conflict diamonds, really hurt a lot of people. The people, like, they live terrible lives getting these diamonds in order to make cell phones work. So the masses live fruitfully, while a small subject of people get really hurt and fucked, right? And we accept that because it's a necessary evil. But when it comes to comedy, if a select few people get hurt and the masses enjoy it, then some people don't accept that. Even though that's like everything in fucking life is some little part gets hurt for some greater part to be good. That's like everything. I can't think of anything that doesn't happen. Like a big bitch, right? Eating an ice cream sundae is hurting her body just a little bit, you know? But the taste is overwhelmingly good. That doesn't make any fucking sense. What do I have? Is this weed? No, that's not weed. That's nothing. But yeah, we're trying to save the few from comedy, but like in every other aspect of life, we don't try to save the few. Like, there's always a minority of people getting hurt so that the majority survive. I guess in wealth distribution, the minority of people get the wealth and the majority of people suffer, right? Or whatever, or oppressed. But some might say being rich is oppression. No, it's not. It's not. No one says that. No, everyone would rather be rich than not rich. It's definitely easier to be rich. The only thing is the trust thing. You can't really trust anyone. And everyone's trying to get your money all the time. Is the main problem being rich. Is that everyone's opinion on you is you're a fuckface. And that's fine. That's what you deserve for being rich, you rich fuck. Just a rich fuckhead with all your fucking money. Everyone's like, fuck you, you rich fuck. You're so rich. Big bitches, big britches. Here at Big Bitches, Big Britches, we make sure every big bitch gets some big britches. I was a big ass bitch and I ain't got no britches walking around, my pussy all out, my ass all out, and I don't need some pants. And then big bitches, big britches show up and they don't help me get some dumb pants. And I'll be wearing these pants, my pussy's all tucked up, my ass is all in. These britches go all the way up to my titties, blocking my nipples from the sun, fucking lacerating them, fucking making titty milk come everywhere. Thank God big bitches, big britches existed, so my tits and my pussy and my ass ain't all fucking palpitating into Palpatoon. Okay? That's a hot take. That was nothing. Okay, guys. I think where we're going, this is another note I have. I had a lot of notes. Is we're all going to be androgynous, right? Neither male nor female. We're all going to switch between male and female. There's going to be no sex anymore. We're all going to be like fuck beings that just fuck each other. And what was my point on this? And that's going to be an interesting thing. An interesting world. If we eliminate masculinity and femininity, and we're all just being one race, one sex, we reproduce by coughing up cum into each other's assholes or something, and that's just the way the world is. That's going to be an interesting landscape for all of us to walk around in and be in and live in and touch each other's breasts and rub each other's titties and lick on each other's dick heads and slurp up each other's buttholes, you know? If we're all just androgynous and shit and there's no sex, it's going to be an interesting landscape for us to be in. And frankly, I support it. That way, I mean, if you're... So, you know how like a lot of like incels and dudes are afraid to talk to girls? That's going to stop because there are going to be no girls. What are you going to be afraid to talk to? A fucking lump walking around? A fucking big-ass lump, you know? If there's no girls, there's no fear of girls. That eliminates incels. I figured out the incel problem. If there's no bitches, there's no bitches. You know what I mean? Bitches get snitches or whatever. Whatever makes sense in this scenario. Yeah. If genders, I mean, this is an obvious question that I think it's been asked, and I don't know if there's an answer, but if gender is a social construct, and if people that are born men feel like women, what does that fucking mean? If they've always felt like women, like even as a kid, so they feel like what society thinks gender is? And then if that, aren't we trying to stop gender constructs, social constructs? Aren't we against that? So the fact that a trans man feels like a woman, isn't that just feeding into social construct, and we're against that? Like, what does being a woman mean? What does being a man mean? If women and men aren't anything, if they're not a social construct, how does because we're trying to say men and women are exactly the same and we don't act differently. And the only reason we act differently is because that's how we're taught. So then how do transsexuals tend to be the people on the woke side of things? How do they feel like a man or a woman if there's nothing to make you feel like a man or a woman? Unless they're saying just physically they feel like a man or a woman. Like they feel like they should have boobs and vagina. Or they feel like they have a dick. But then they're defining man and woman by boobs and vagina and dick. And isn't that against what they're saying? Because you're saying you can be a man or a woman definitely not based off your fucking genitals? I've been hanging out in fucking... Do people care about this? I've been hanging out in a sheltered world where people talk about all this shit and think about it, and then I think about it. But what... Like, fucking, I think you can get surgery to get a vagina, and I actually hate labels. Just do whatever the fuck you want to do. I mean, I guess I don't hate labels. I just hate boop. Fill in whatever racial group there. I hate them so much. Just do a quick edit. This is one's going to be on video, and you can just fill it in with Mexicans or whatever the fuck you want. Just get me a little bit of trouble, a little bit of sass there. Give me a little bit of trouble sass, you know? I'm drinking a fucking Mountain Dew energy drink. It's purple. And I love it. I love it so much I'm going to have sex with it later. I'm just going to stick my little ass dick in a fucking hole and tear my dick apart. But yeah, trans people, trans folk, transphobia. Yeah, it's an interesting world. Interesting place we live in. There's guys that like to cross-dress as a fetish, but they don't want to be women. They just enjoy wearing women's clothing. Sexuality is a very interesting thing, you know? People have like even people that are like woke have a very narrow mind of what it is. People like do all kinds of fucked up shit all the time. I haven't thought about this point, but I might not necessarily agree with it, but maybe like men that want to be women, like sexually. Okay, this is gonna sound bad. This is all me not thinking about it. Don't take this. This is just me spitballing. Okay. Men that want to be women, or people that have been women all their lives and just so happen to have a masculine body. Maybe they just want to be like whores, and as a man, you can't really be a whore because society doesn't let you. You can be a whore you want, and it's fine. We're okay with it. But if you become a woman in your whore self, then it suddenly becomes taboo, and people like to do taboo things, and it makes them feel like, ooh, I'm being a fucking slut right now. And then people that have feminine bodies that want to be men are just people that don't want to feel like a whore, and they just want to feel like a stoic, sexless man. I don't know. That's probably offensive to someone, but I'm not. I'm giving my freedom of mind flow here. All I'm saying is men are way smarter than women. Nothing about what I said before leads to that point. I'm just kidding. There's plenty of smart bitches. And there's plenty of dumb fucking pricks. That's what I'll call dudes, pricks. I'll say something offensive about men. Or what's something you can say? Well, I guess men is now offensive. So there's plenty of dumb men. But if we think about, fucking in one of Joe Rogan's specials, he made the point that men invented everything, you know? So that's pretty good. But women did nurture these men. They raised them so they had their back. There's always a good bitch behind a man. There's always a good bitch behind a man. And nowadays, we're okay with fucking pegging in society, so maybe that good bitch is pegging the shit out of that man. And that man's loving it. This might be my most misogynistic one yet. But, you know, I'm just spitballing ideas out there. Just spitballing. Boo, 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 boo. Boo. All the ideas are coming out. You know? I don't know. You see a new Star Wars? I didn't. I don't give a fuck. That was that segment. That was Movies of the Week. You see the new Star Wars? I don't give a fuck. And that has been Movies of the Week. Boo, suck on my pussy, suck on my ass, kick me in the face, suck on my glass. Actually, let me do a quick Instagram rap. Quick rap for the Instagram for the new year. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. This is going to be a big year for me. This is going to be the year I break through. I finally become famous. Everybody will know my name. They'll be like, yeah, Matt Miller, suck my cock. And I'll be like, I'm not going to suck your fucking cock, dude. And then I might. Just kidding, guys. I ain't gay. All right. Okay. Let me do a quick little rap here. You guys ready? Here we go. Oh, look at this. I'm podcast pissed. First rap of the new year, and it's this. I have a wrist, don't have a cyst. I still exist, remain in the mist. My hair's cool. You're a drool. You're a drooler, and you live on a pool of shit. You fucking shit. You're a dumbass and I'm so legit. My rap's awesome and my rap's cooler. You're a dumb fuck and I'm a booler. Booler means awesome. You mean dumb. Suck on my dick and lick on my bum. I'm having fun. My rule of thumb. That's all I have. I'm fucking dumb. I mean done. Fuck. Let's listen back.
Look at this.
Oh shit.
I'm podcast pissed.
What?
First rap of the new year, and it's this. I have a wrist.
What?
Don't have a cyst.
Huh?
I still exist. Remain in the mist.
Whoa.
My hair's cool.
What?
You're a drool.
Yeah.
You're a Oh, look at this. Drooler, and you live on a pool.
You live on a pool. Okay, guys, we don't have to listen back to everything I say. I just get to post it. I don't need to review it. I'm a fucking genius when it comes to rapping. Rap time fantastic, and my mind's in plastic. All right, let's go back to misogyny. Massage a knee. Yeah, get some more bitches on this. We can talk about life. Women are pretty good at organizing shit. I'll give them that. Oh, God. No, I love everyone. Men, women alike. Animals. God. Jesus. How do you guys feel about God and Jesus? Which one's hotter, God or Jesus? I'm going to do a quick poll on Twitter. Who's hotter, God or Jesus? Is it God? Is it Jesus? Who's hotter, God or Jesus? All right, let's see how the Iran war is. Actually, let me look up New Year's suicides, because I feel like every New Year people commit suicide. And all that stuff I said about women, it's not true. I'm just being silly, guys. Do not tell my mom. She'll be mad at me. Okay, here we go. New Year's Day gun violence claims 177 lives as 2020 begins. It's not the gun that pulls the trigger. That's true. Okay. As the fireworks burst to make the new year, so did the guns. On New Year's Day, there were 45 non-suicide gun violence deaths. Thank you. Across America, according to data compiled by Gun Violence Archive. The archive, you know, it's like chives, except for guns. Research group, including suicides by guns, there were 177 deaths. Whoa, that's a lot. 3 mass shootings took place on New Year's Day, and the dead amidst the gun violence include 3 children aged 12 and 17. Only one incident involved a death at the hands of a law enforcement officer. Well, thank God our boys in blue aren't dying on New Year's, you know? I'm all fucked up. I got blown my nose. Actually, everything I said in this podcast was legit. I don't take anything back. I'm saying my words. Actually, I'm just kidding. Nothing I say is legit. Anyhow. The snap gun violence data is likely to change as new information about the incidents emerge. Everything's a joke on this. The death toll may rise should new victims be discovered, or those wounded die from their injuries. Within 20 minutes of the new year starting, 3 people were dead and 1 other injured in a Missouri mass shooting. The St. Louis Post-Dispatch reported the incident taking place at St. Louis Benton Park neighborhood. There were 2 other separate shootings in the city later that morning. High Point Police Department in North Carolina said in a news release that they responded to it properly at 2:41 a.m. Well, they waited until 2:41 a.m. to do a little shooting. You know, it was a little bit into the new year. It wasn't right at when the ball drops. They didn't drop the ball on killing people. New Year's Day, where a husband and wife, Hong Von Ma and Jenny Thao Tai, were both found dead from gunshot wounds to the head. Whoa. So the husband was Hong Von Ma and Jenny Thao Tai. So they didn't take each other's last names. One of them, his name's Hong Van Ma and Jenny Thao Tai. Jenny, I get, Thao Tai. Were both found dead. Police believe that Ma killed his wife, then killed himself, the department said. Well, he probably killed his wife and himself because his name was Ma, and he was a dude, and he's like, my name should be Pa. It was not the only apparent murder-suicide New Year's Day. CBS Pittsburgh reported that a husband and wife were found dead from gunshot wounds at the North Union Township home in the afternoon. It was not clear who fired the gun, and no names were released. It was actually Jim John Cha and Kathy Blashna were their names. 7 people were injured but not killed in a mass shooting at the Culture Hookah Bar, spelled with a K, in Huntington, West Virginia, WSAZ reported. There were 50 people in the bar at the time, and WSAZ reported that police do not believe the shooting was random. They named no suspects. According to Cleveland.com, 13 people were shot in the Ohio City between late New Year's Eve and early New Year's Day, including a 31-year-old woman allegedly killed by celebratory gunfire. It's a new year! Push, push, push. Oh no, we allegedly killed a 31-year-old woman. Guys, it's not funny. This is what 4 people. Forget I said anything. Just fucking go with it. Go with it. 4 people were reportedly shot and injured at about 1 a.m. at Cleveland's Club Medusa, which was holding a New Year's Eve party. Shit. Club Medusa. They really got snaked. If you have any thoughts of suicide, confidential help is available for free at the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Call 1-800-273-8255. Guys, if you have any trouble with suicide, make sure to give that fucking number a call. Don't be a bitch and kill yourself. Be a man and call a number, you bitch. Well, guys, this New Year is going to be big. Seasonal effects on suicide rates. Let's check this out. Let's check. Gender. As noted in the study led by, gender is a social construct, by Timo Partinian and colleagues, there was a seasonal effect on suicide occurrence among the study population in Finland. And the risk of suicide was highest in May and lowest in February over the study period. Males with an incidence of 42.56 and females with an incidence of 10.86. Their findings demonstrate that both male and female suicide rates tend to be higher during the spring and summer months compared to winter. So it looks like fellas and ladies kill themselves in the spring and summer where they think it's bright and sunny, and they don't kill themselves in the winter. This is very interesting. I wonder why that would be. It seemed like the cold time would be the time to be shooty, but maybe it's the happy warm time where you're like, let's get a little shooty on ourselves and die. Similar results were reported in Lester and Francis's article, Sex Differences in the Seasonal Distribution of Suicide. Wait, they're both male? Wait, you're saying they both were the same. These researchers focused on the influence of climate and social integration in regards to suicide rates categorized by gender. Their data suggests that both genders showed a bimodal distribution of suicide. I can't even fucking talk. I'm like fucking itching my balls. Distribution of suicides and the sexes, but did not differ significantly from each other. Well, see, men and women are the same. We kill ourselves the same. There is no difference. You know, treat each other nice. If we all just treat each other nice, then we wouldn't be stabby and shooty and fucking shitty and poopy, you know? Hi, you've reached this Big Bitches, Big Britches hotline. What would you like? I'm a big-ass bitch, and I need some britches. Okay, what kind of britches? Big-ass britches, because I'm a big-ass bitch. Okay, we'll send the britches right over. I ain't got no house because I'm broke. Well, you can live in your britches. They're going to be so big, they will be your house. Thanks, big bitches, big britches. You're welcome. God. Yeah. So, fellas, the search, maybe incels are right. The search for cum is a fleeting search that does nothing for you. You should search for something bigger than yourself, like big-ass titties to come on. And if you're a lady, I don't know, do something, whatever. So, that's my advice for the new year. Live healthy, be healthy, fuck. Or don't. I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna come a lot. I don't believe any of my bullshit. So that's the end. Hopefully I said something bad that hurt you, because I'm trying to hurt people more. I'm trying to be a more hurtful man. Ever since I did mushrooms the other day, I have no feelings anymore. And now I see the world in a whole new light. But I love you all, sincerely. Make sure to go to patreon.com/Matt Miller Comedy for some exclusive podcast. Give me $1. I'm at Matt Miller Real on all social media. Matt Miller Comedy on YouTube. And this has been Militant Affection. Thank you.
Militant Affection. Militant Affection.